Hello everyone, I am very excited because today we're going to be getting ready together. We're going to do a little girly glam, and this video is for the girls. I'm going to be giving you ladies some advice that I wish I knew when I was younger, or things that I kind of had to learn the hard way. I feel like it's been a while since I've done like a chit chat get ready with me, so I'm really excited. I've picked 20 things for the ladies under 20 or above 20 or anywhere in between. You know, this advice can come at any age, which is the best part about it. But yeah, I just wanted to share some things as a lady to the ladies that I wish I freaking knew. It would have saved me a lot of trouble and heartbreak but anyways, this is gonna be super fun. Number one, SPF is non-negotiable. Now, I'm very lucky. My mom kind of instilled this into me when I was younger. And when I was at school, I wore SPF every day, but I didn't even know. It was actually because my mom got me a daily moisturizer that had SPF in it. Honestly, even when I was younger, I was really against SPF because it leaves such a nasty smell and it's thick. It doesn't look good with makeup and it can affect the way that makeup applies. But we're very lucky because products have come a long way and it's very easy to get SPF into your routine without feeling like you have a ton of sunscreen on your face. So for me personally, I actually like to use moisturizers that have sunscreen already in them because then I don't have to like apply sunscreen separately. I know I'm high maintenance, you guys. Or even this primer that I've used today has SPF 50 in it. So it's really easy to get your SPF 50 plus into your face routine. It's very important, you guys. It will keep you from those age spots. Number two, how you speak about yourself matters. I feel like especially when you're younger, it's very easy to get into that negative mindset, especially when you are surrounded by negativity. Bullying is very prevalent in school and thoughts can get to your head. But when I tell you, honestly, one of the most important things that I have learned as I've grown up, especially like through my YouTube career, it's all about like glowing up and everything, you know? I personally feel like one of the things that has transformed me as a whole is the way that I talk about myself. The mind and the mouth are both very powerful, and what you speak usually happens because what you put out into the universe, you can easily manifest even if you aren't thinking about that. It's so easy to even speak negativity and then negative things happen. So when things go wrong or when you're feeling bad about yourself, it's amazing and it's so helpful to speak positively. Like, it makes such a difference. And I know like it's hard to think that even if you don't necessarily feel it at the start, if you speak positively about yourself and you believe in yourself, your whole life will change and you'll start to believe it, and therefore everyone else will start to believe it. So be insane. Number three, and this one, it might be a little controversial, but looking put together is mostly grooming, not genetics. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, have you ever seen those like haircut transformations and somebody you wouldn't look twice at gets a full, like just a haircut, like a makeover, and they look completely different? It gives them so much confidence. I'm telling you, even like a change of style. I know sometimes I'll be at a venue and I'll see a man in a suit and I've never seen him in a suit before. And it's just like, wow, I didn't know you had that in you, you know what I mean? So I feel like dressing and grooming to your best potential makes such a difference. And I'm telling you guys this because I do this. If I didn't have my brows done, if I didn't get haircuts every 2 months, if I didn't get my nails done, do you know how crusty I would be? And of course, beauty comes from within. Number four, learn how to say no without explaining yourself. This is surprisingly easy for a lot of people. I am not one of those people. I have let many people walk all over me because I did not have the self-confidence or the strength to step up for myself against certain people. But it's so important to be your own number one fan. And if you think about who you admire the most in life, you would go to war for them. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't you go to war for yourself? And it's okay to turn things down even when you feel extremely uncomfortable. And what helps me say no when I'm feeling uncomfortable about saying no is thinking about how everything passes. This moment is just right now. And if I say yes to something I don't want to do, I'm going to make my future a lot harder for myself. myself. So if I just gather the courage and stick up for myself and say no in the moment, then my future self is gonna go through a lot less pain and stress or whatever. It can be daunting, but you know what? Saying no is very strong. Like, I feel like a lot of people are admired because of their ability to say no and stick up for what they want. I feel like growing up, I really struggled to say no, but I have slowly learned that skill as I've gotten older. So don't be afraid if you don't feel ready yet, but it will come to you, I'm telling you. Number 5, not everyone deserves access to you. I used to very much be more of an open book, but with time and through experience, I realized that it is better to be a closed book and to keep things to yourself. I love sharing things about my life. I love giving people all of the information that's inside of my head. I'm an oversharer and I've really had to stop that. But ever since I've stopped oversharing everything, my life has become so much more peaceful. The evil eye is real, you guys. I have an evil eye bracelet to protect me. Thank you to Rania and Rani's family. And I know not everyone believes in this, but it is a symbol of self-protection. Your mind, your body, everything about your life should be treated as sacred to you. And not everyone needs to know your business. Not everyone needs to know your business, period. The less they know, the better. Number 6, the way you treat yourself teaches others how to treat you. Again, I unfortunately wasn't born with this confidence, and you know, I feel like at times in my life I have not been the nicest to myself. I've been insecure, I've felt desperate, and you know, unfortunately when you have that mindset towards yourself, other people, whether it's intentional or not, think that it's okay to treat you in a negative way. This tip is honestly very similar to how you speak about yourself really matters. Unfortunately, in situations like this, human behavior is very contagious. I feel like when I hang out with certain people, I copy their mannerisms and I copy the way they speak. It just happens, it's natural. Have you ever noticed that you act different around certain friends, or certain friends will act a certain way around this person, but with you they seem completely different? That's just the way life goes, you know, that's how people are. And again, it might not be intentional. If you treat yourself with the utmost respect and you have boundaries and you have morals, no one's gonna cross you, I'm telling you. But if you have your walls down, if you are vulnerable, people are going to take advantage of you. So it's really important to treat yourself with the utmost respect, and then you will receive that respect from others. Number 7, learn your colors. Now, I could have saved myself from a lot of unflattering outfits that I've worn if I was just a little bit more mindful about the colors that I chose to wear. I feel like this is not something I really learned about myself until recently, but in all honesty, you don't need a whole color analysis. You can figure it out. I feel like one of the best ways is to have someone that you feel like has a good opinion, and in the mirror with this person, hold up certain colors of items of clothing that you have and kind of decide what is flattering, what isn't flattering. And something I've had to learn is just because an item of clothing is beautiful, if it's in the wrong color, it's not gonna flatter you. Honestly, if you are struggling and you don't have someone else that you can ask for their opinion, take pictures of yourself in certain items of clothing in the same lighting. It's a lot easier to tell when you look at everything at once. Scroll through the pictures with the same lighting and it'll be clear as day what colors look good on you and what colors do not look good. Number 8, teeth matter. Now, unfortunately, not everyone has access to dentists or teeth care, but I think the minimum that is very important to do every day is brush morning and night, and if you can, to floss. Flossing makes a huge difference, more than you would think. You don't need to have the straightest teeth. I think just the most important thing about teeth matters is cleanliness and hygiene. Even if you're, I don't know, throughout the day drinking coffee or something and you're insecure about your breath, carry around some gum or some mouthwash with you. I would say one of the most important things you can do every day is to brush your teeth and have great oral hygiene. Number 9, everyone has angles. It has taken me a long time to learn my angles, but I've had lots of practice. I grew up taking photos with my friends and stuff, and through trial and error, I learned what positions I look good in. So, you know, I'm very blessed because a lot of times people take photos of me and be like, oh my God, you're so photogenic. Years of practice, baby. I literally have been taking photos with my girls for years. So when that camera comes out, I'm instant, you know what I mean? It's super easy to just even practice in front of a mirror, or if you're like embarrassed to take photos in front of people, before you know you're gonna be in a setting where you're taking photos, maybe have like the outfit on or whatever, know how you're gonna look in that moment, and at home set up your phone on like a tripod or on a table and kind of take a video doing different poses and then scroll through the video and pause where you look best, and then learn those poses and you'll be a professional, baby. Or even if you don't know how to pose, get people to take photos of you on burst mode, because then it's like a bajillion photos. So you can literally just like walk around or just stand there awkwardly or whatever, and there will be one frame. I'm telling you, in a burst photo, you'll get something. Number 10, you don't need closure from everyone. You know, it can be hard to hear that, especially, you know, I'm a very emotional girly, and that's life. Relationships, friendships, things just end, and sometimes people don't always give you an answer. But the last thing you will ever do is beg for closure. You do not need closure. You do not need closure, okay? You have more self-worth than that. You believe in yourself and your values and your morals, and you don't need to be begging on the pavement. Sometimes it can make situations harder to get over if you don't have closure, but take not having closure as an answer. You don't always need one, okay? Number 11, half of looking good is good lighting. Now, unfortunately, I'm in winter in Australia, so the lighting is not the best right now, so I'm sorry. But the amount of times I have gotten ready at home and then felt the best I've ever felt about myself, and then left the house and caught myself in a mirror in real life and I have felt disgusting. I've felt horrible. It's changed my whole mood. I'm telling you, lighting is everything. I'm very lucky. I have great lighting in my house. I made sure I have a car with great lighting because I know through a lot of trial and error that lighting is everything. You can look the best you've ever looked, but if you have downward lighting and you're trying to take a selfie, you're gonna look crazy. You need good lighting to look and feel your best. Some tips for lighting is always pose towards the sun. I know you people with light eyes can kind of struggle with that. I know my mom sometimes when I was like growing up taking my selfies, I'd be directly like facing the sun. She'd be like, how? Because my mom has green eyes. She wouldn't understand how I could do it. But that's a blessing of brown eyes. You can stare at the sun. Don't stare at the sun. You don't need any special light stands or anything. The best lighting, in my opinion, is natural lighting. But again, I've kind of bit myself in the ass with that one today because I have natural lighting and it's dark as hell. Thank you, Melbourne winter. Number 12, embarrassment isn't real. You tell me how many nights you've wasted in bed stressing and cringing and just like thinking about situations or things that have happened and you're just so mortified, so embarrassed. You don't need to be. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you believe embarrassment isn't real, then it's not. Like, embarrassment is an opinion and a belief about yourself. You can feel cringe about certain situations, but like, just let it go. I assure you, 99% of the time you're overthinking it, and it's a lot less embarrassing than you perceive it as. Let it come to your mind, feel it, and then just let it go. Let it go. It's not real. Number 13, a clean environment impacts everything. I completely understand that your environment isn't always in your control. You know, family members can be messy or dirty, or, you know, if you live with other people, it can be really hard to control your environment. Even controlling yourself. I would say I grew up definitely as a messy person, but with age and with lessons from the people around me, I've honestly learned that being clean and taking care of my things makes a very, very large impact. It's the same thing as like, if you have respect for yourself, you have respect for the things that you own and for other people's things and other people's spaces. So now, I used to not be like this, but now I try to be as clean as I can. I try to keep everything tidy, everything has its place. It's very easy to become a messy girl. Okay, I am a messy girl a lot of the time, but to have the mindset and to have the goal at least of trying to make your environment clean makes such a huge difference. I can't tell you enough. Number 14, you are what you eat. This is something, again, that I did not learn until recently, and people would say it to me all the time. I heard this saying a lot growing up. You are what you eat. So what, if I eat a chicken, I'm a chicken? Like, I didn't understand it, but I will explain it for you guys because it's really made a lot of sense to me. If you eat foods that are bad for you, if you eat McDonald's every day, you will not feel good. What you put into your body will start to reflect on your outside. It will start to reflect in your energy levels and your skin and your hair, and everything about your body is reflective and based on the food that you eat. If you eat good food, if you eat healthy, if you eat whole foods, if you don't eat what you are allergic to, if you eat the foods that you know you aren't reacting to negatively, you will start to sleep better. Your hair will grow longer, your skin will shine, you will be less bloated, less puffy, you will have less acne. Like, eating good, unfortunately, I know it's so unfortunate. Unfortunately, it's the answer to a lot of health problems and physical beauty problems as well. For me personally, I find a lot of comfort in food. So I love to eat. Oh my God, I love to eat like the worst food for me possible. I love junk food. I love lollies. I love chocolate. Like, I love it. I love desserts. It makes my mouth water, and I would eat that at every meal if I could. However, I have realized that makes me feel horrible. I know how it feels to be on the other side of the screen and to hear someone say, if you eat well, you're gonna feel well. Just be like, yeah, whatever. Because I felt like that for the majority of my life. But I'm telling you, you guys, I only feel good these days if I eat well, which is really unfortunate because I want to eat like shit. But that is the truth. You are what you eat. Number 15. Your future self is built from the habits you have now. I would say in this particular point, I have a lot of experience. You know, you guys don't know everything about my life, but it is very important. Again, I feel like this ties into like being your own number one supporter, believing in yourself, that whole realm. But what you do in the current moment sets you up in the future. For example, and I am a victim of this because I do this all the time to myself. If you want to like work out and get a great summer bod or whatever, you want to eat well and you want to work out, but then you like kind of give up after 3 weeks. Time passes. Time is gonna pass regardless. So if you just like push yourself and do what you want to do, sometimes being in the present and like going through struggle is very difficult. But to remember that everything passes, you're eventually going to get to where you want to be. That is the best motivation ever. So whenever I am personally struggling, or if I don't want to do things but I know I'm going to be happy about it in the end, you just have to really envision yourself in that moment where everything goes right. And you know, this saying can be in regards to a lot of things. Your future self is built off the habits you have now. That can be in regards to health, that can be in regards to wealth, that can be in regards to literally anything. The work and the efforts that you put in now is going to determine what your future looks like majority of the time. Number 16. Confidence is more attractive than perfection. You know what? Beauty and perfection is all subjective. Not everyone has the same opinions, and what you look like isn't the be-all end-all. I think something I've learned throughout my life, oftentimes the most popular or the most liked person in the room is the most confident. And I'm sure that person has a lot of the values that I've been speaking about in this video. They believe in themselves and they're unafraid to be themselves, you know. Being around someone that is confident is so exciting and it's so intriguing. And I don't mean like cockiness, like being like, oh my God, yeah, I'm the best. I think just believing in yourself and again, self-respect is huge. Number 17, keep your success to yourself. This kind of relates to the other point that I made earlier. Not everyone needs to know everything, but especially your successes. Keep them to yourself. Again, I'm an oversharer, and when you can share your success, just be careful about who you share it to and what you share about your success. You don't need to share every detail, how you got there, the location. You don't need to do that because unfortunately, even the closest people to you can become envious, and it's not their fault. It's very easy. It's human nature, you know, sometimes it happens. happens. That doesn't mean don't go sharing all of your achievements. Just be aware when you're doing it. And often it could be a telltale sign of who is a true friend and who is not when you do share your achievements and your successes. 18. Most people are too focused on themselves to notice your insecurities, which is very hard to believe because again, I have spent so many sleepless nights worrying about what other people thought of me or how people perceive me. You know, I feel like I've kind of gotten over the whole perception thing because my job is to be perceived online every day. And a lot of people's opinions come from self-insecurities. So if you're feeling bad about yourself one day and really insecure and you feel like everyone's judging you, chances are they're feeling the same about themselves. Even if you think someone could be the most beautiful person in the room and they still have insecurities, you know? So just be less harsh on yourself. 19, take mixed signals as a no because the right person will make it clear. Now this can be in regards to any situation. This can be in regards to maybe a crush you have on a guy and you're unsure if he likes you back. If you're unsure and he's not making it clear, take it as a no. Take it as a no. Don't waste your time. Your time is precious. Because, you know, sometimes if it's like a friendship and it's another lady, it's kind of hard to tell. Mixed signals are very difficult, but majority of the time people are giving mixed signals because they don't want to tell the truth or they don't know for themselves. They're not ready or, you know, that's their own issue. Mixed signals is not your problem. So it will save yourself a lot of time, a lot of disappointment, a lot of heartache, etc. if you take mixed signals or someone being uncertain as a no and to just move on. It's harder than it seems, but you know, we're our own best friend and we have to believe in ourselves and be stern and set boundaries. Don't let anyone walk all over you. Makeup is done and we are up to number 20, which I've saved to last because this is something that I believe in the most. And again, it's a very controversial take, but I will stand by this rule. I will stand by it and you guys will too. Being selfish isn't actually a bad thing. The moment that I started being actually selfish, my life changed for the better, you know? This is your life. You get one life and you need to put yourself first. That doesn't mean being a horrible person. I feel like being selfish is looked at so negatively, but you can also be selfless whilst being selfish. You can give to others, you can spend time with others, you can have empathy, you can have feelings. Like being selfish does not deny anything else. Being selfish just means putting yourself first, believing in yourself, being your own best friend and your own biggest fan. I honestly believe everyone should put themselves first. How you feel in a situation really matters. And yeah, I just think in any situation, it is extremely important and extremely emotionally intelligent if you are able to look at situations from multiple perspectives and to be able to understand other people's selfishness and the reason why they do things. But again, being selfish doesn't have to be negative. You can be selfish in very positive ways, and a lot of the time, a lot of successful people are selfish, and it's because they grind, they put themselves first, they want to be the best versions of themselves. So that's the biggest tip I can give to you girlies. Be selfish, especially if it's with a man. No, I'm joking. But put yourself first, be selfish, love yourself. I feel like that's what this video is honestly all about. And it's important to constantly reinstate these things. It's not a bad thing. A lot of people look at it as a negative thing, but I feel so good about my life. I'm surrounded by amazing people because I respect myself. I have amazing relationships. I am so blessed because as I've grown, I've gone through a lot of situations, and I wanted to share my tips and tricks with you on how to navigate life as a woman. Being a lady is not easy. So I hope you guys appreciate my advice because I wish I had my older self to tell my younger self some of these things. And I love you guys so much. You mean so much to me. And I just want you all to have the best lives and to believe in yourself and to love yourself. So yeah, this is my glam. And I love you guys so much. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Leah Holton, Snapchat where I post every day, Leah Holton, and TikTok Looch. But I love you guys so much, like so much. Have an amazing day. I love you. Bye.